Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class, we do some practice programs in Python. In our previous classes, we already done so many practice examples. So these examples will help you in deeper understanding of the concepts of Python. This deeper understanding will help you in writing the code, which we discuss in our coming classes. Please follow our playlist from the beginning so that you will have a better understanding of the complete Python and you will get the deeper understanding. You will improve your coding skills. Coming to today's programs, let's take the questions, then try to do it on your own, then check for the solutions. The first question, this is the question it has given, and it has to, you have to identify, so what is the output that this program is going to display. That is what you have to identify. This is our first question. Take the question. Okay, coming to second question, this is our second question. This is of the similar concept, but for better practice we have taken one more example. So this is our second question, and still question is continuing down, so we are scrolling up. So this is our second question, and we are having one more question. We have to solve the one more question, the third question. This is our third question. You have to identify what's the output this program is going to display. That is what you have to identify. Take the question, try to solve it on your own, then check for the solution. Coming to the solution part, our first question, if you take a look at this question, so the important point they are going to check your skills here is how you understand about class and instance variable. That is what they are going to try to identify your skill in this program. See, let's analyze this program. Class parent cval is equal to 20 means it is a class variable, and we have defined two instance variables x and y. So you know what's the space for instance variables and class variables. These basics are covered already in our basic Python playlist. If you are not good at basics, please watch our Python playlist and come back here. And you can also take practice tests at learningmonkey.in. Visit our website, take the practice tests for better understanding and improving your coding skills. Okay, next the important point you have to understand, define method 1 of self. In this method we have called the self.cval. So what's the meaning of that? Cval means is it calling the class variable? No, it is creating a new instance variable. Whenever you mention self, so we were in an assumption that we have to initialize the class variables, instance variables only in the constructor. No need of initializing instance variables in constructor. That is the point you have to understand, and that point they are trying to understand, check yours. That point they are trying to check from you. Okay, self.cval is equal to self.x plus self.y means what happens here? It is creating a new cval, means a new instance variable with name cval. So whenever you call with self.cval, it is assigned with value self.x plus self.y. What is that? xy values are 10, 20. Whenever it is creating an object of parent, it is sending 10, 20. 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. It is assigning the value cval is equal to 30. But what they are trying to display here, print parent.cval. Now the value comes from class variable parent, class name dot class variable. So parent.cval is equal to 20. What's the output it is going to display? It is displaying 20. That is the output which we got. So this point is very important. Let's try one more example for better practice. Similar model but little bit complex. Take the second question. This is our second question. Class parent cval is equal to 20. It is creating a class variable cval, and inside that we are having x and y, method 1 and method 2. Method 1 is the same code which we discussed in our previous example, but we are having class child of parent. In this means we are having a subclass. Inheritance is happening here. Cval is equal to 1. The point you have to understand here is each class is having its own class variables. This is having child child.cval means this class variable will be accessed. Parent.cval means this class variable will cval will be accessed. That's the point they're trying to check, they're trying to identify. So that is the knowledge they are trying to check from these bits. Okay, cval is equal to 1, def method 3 is equal to child.cval is equal to self.x plus self.y. So remaining all are same. We can identify from the bottom up method which we are following from the beginning. So what happening here? Object child of 10 comma 20, it is creating an object for child. So whatever what's the values we are sending here? 10 comma 20 means x, it is calling so constructor. One more important point you have to understand, here there is no constructor. So what happens here? It will automatically call the superclass constructor. So underscore init of x comma y. What's happened here? X is assigned with what's the values we have sent? 10 comma 20 means x is assigned with 10, y is assigned with 20. So after that it is calling obj dot method 3 of, it is calling the method third method. In this third method, child.cval, this cval is updating. Self.x plus y means this cval is updated with value 30. Print child.cval means 30 will be displayed. After that they are calling obj.method1. So they are calling this method1. Here it is creating self.cval means it is creating a new instance variable. So x plus y is equal to 30. So that new instance variable is also assigned with cval is equal to 30. Print parent.cval, what they are going to display? Cval means 20. So the next output will be 20. See 30, 20. After that they are trying to call the method obj.method2 of. See here method2 of. Here they are using self.x, self.y, print self.cval. So after creating the cval, it is trying to access cval, self.cval. What's that mean? What's the value we are having when we created the instance variable? 30 is there. So it is going to display 30. So the next output is x means 10, y means 20, cval means 30. And next they are going to call obj.method4 of. In that method 4 they are trying to display parent.cval. So parent.cval, what's the value we have in parent.cval? 30 value is there. So that is the output. So the output is 30, 20, 10, 20, 30, 20. What's parent.cval? No. Okay, we had made a mistake. It's not child.cval. Parent.cval is the 20 value. So that's why it is displaying the value 20. So hope you understand the concept. On coming to our next program, here they are trying to identify a skill on super method. So we know that superclass method, whenever you want to call the instances of the superclass, if you want to call a method from the superclass, if you want to call a constructor from the superclass, we will use a keyword called, we will use a method called super of. But what happens here? So we were in assumption that whenever we call the super of method, so what we think is, most of us think is, so it will immediately call the methods or instance constructors from the above class. If it is not found here, it will automatically go to one step level up. So this is multi-level inheritance. That is the point you have to understand. During the placement exams, you don't get an idea about whether it will call the superclass. If it is not found here, what happens? It will go up or it will stuck. So it will give the runtime error. All these things will come into our mind. So that's why this bit is very, very important to, so make a point. If it is not found here, it will go to the above level. That is the point you have to understand in this question. So coming to this, so what happening here? Subchild of 1, 2, 5. They are calling a subchild. So here we are having parent. Child is inheriting the parent, subchild is inheriting the child, means multi-level inheritance. In this we are initializing, we are calling the superclass constructor from xy, parent class. So xy is assigned to here, z is assigned here. So whenever we created an object of subchild 1, 2, 5, 1 is assigned to x, 2 is assigned to y, 5 is assigned to z. obj.method1 means it is going to call method1 of self here. From here it is going to call. In this we are going to call super of method1, but this method is not there here. What happens? It will automatically check the above class, inherited class, above level. So it is going to call method 1 from here. Z is equal to self.x plus self.y. Print z. Z is a local variable here. Z is a local variable. It is not self, it is not class. That is the point. So you will get confused with this. All the bits will be like this. They are going to confuse you whether you know the concepts or not. It is local variable. So Z is equal to, you can, if you display Z value, this updation is done only here in the local variable, not in the instance variable Z. That is the point you have to understand. Print Z. What is the Z value? 10. 1 plus 2 means 3 value will be displayed. So, and method 1. Then next what they are doing, self.z is equal to self.z plus self.y. What's going on? Self.z means it is the value 5. 5 plus self.y means value 2. 5 plus 2 means 7 will be assigned. Print self.z. So what's the output you are going to display? 7 will be displayed. So that you have to, each time whenever they are calling the variables, you should be very careful whether it is local variable, class variable, instance variable. That is the point you have to understand in this program. So hope you understand the concept. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates.